68 million new reasons to twerk. The Steelers made it rain on the 28-year-old wide receiver, giving him a 4-year extension. And the 5-time Pro Bowler is our adrenaline performer. It is presented by Toyota. Let's go places. Seth, he's now the highest paid wideout in the league. He's going to make roughly $2 to $3 million more than A.J. Green, Des Bryant, and Julio Jones. But does he deserve to be the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL?
I mean, this is a standard question. Does any player deserve to be highest? He's not the best receiver in the league. We established that. He's just the one that had the contract talks now.
If he's not the best, who is?
But if if Julio Jones is up for negotiation, he's going to command a higher salary. That's the way this whole thing goes.
Sure.
You're just the highest at this moment. That doesn't mean that he's not overpaid. And in a cap situation, people worry that, oh, now you're paying Antonio Brown, who do we have to lose? What part of our depth does get sacrificed?
Yeah, I think in this case for the Steelers, they're pretty smart about it. I don't think they have to sacrifice anybody. I mean, this is a really front-loaded contract, so you're paying them for the years of 28, 29, and 30, not so much for 31, because we feel like after athletes hit 31, they somehow fall off a cliff and die or something.
Unlike broadcasters. Right.
Yeah, right. No, we live forever. And unlike Tom Brady, who lives forever, and some other wide receivers. But I just think this is a little bit curious, not because Antonio Brown doesn't have the leverage, that's fine. It's just he is a phenomenal wide receiver. He is absolutely one of the best in the NFL. But that AFC Championship game this year gave me a little pause. When you had Le'Veon Bell go out with a groin injury in the first half, Antonio Brown was ineffective the rest of that game. He gets draped with double teams. I mean, he's only 5'10". His route running, his speed, all that stuff is great, but he did not help his team in that very important game.
But none of that tells you not to sign him.
Sure.
The idea is you have to sign him, and what is it going to take? That's what it costs. And they had to make sure he didn't leave for a division rival. They had to make sure that he stayed in black and gold. The idea is none of the distractions factored into the negotiations. I wanted those negotiations on Facebook Live.
Oh, I know.
That's what I wanted to see.
No, they were probably boring, actually, that behind the scenes stuff.
I want to see page 9 of the contract being
You're the
dictated.
only person, Seth, who wants to read the fine print. Have fun with that and spend your afternoon reading Antonio Brown's contract. Is it too early now to call the Steelers 2017 Super Bowl preseason favorites?
On February 28th?
Sure.
Yeah, it's too early. But I think that when you get into a scenario where the Steelers look at the competition in their division, I don't know what the Texans are going to do. We don't know what New England's going to look like. We don't know what Cincinnati's going to do. Baltimore's going to have an offseason. There's so many questions, so many things left to be described. Yes, sure, if they want to be the favorites on February 28th, there's no trophy for that.
The only thing that the Steelers have to worry about is the offseason drug testing program. I mean, that's the only way that they're losing a lot of these players. Martavis Bryant's going to come back after the year suspension. You had Le'Veon Bell, who was suspended a few games this season for violating that policy. If I'm the Steelers, I feel so good about coming back next year. I know Ben Roethlisberger said he's reevaluating. He's coming back. We know he's coming back. They got so close last year, all the way to the AFC Championship game. If Bell's healthy, you never know. Maybe they take down the Patriots in Foxborough, and we're writing a totally different story for this season. But if I'm the Steelers, I feel phenomenal about this season. You just got to keep everybody on the straight and narrow in terms of, not getting in trouble with the law.